Hi guys, welcome back to the Tutor's Tutor. Today I'm showing you exactly how I create my EDB lessons in Classin. The reason I really like this method is because it allows for the classes to become really interactive, and the kids really do enjoy that. It makes such a difference when you're able to teach and have fun at the same time. The first thing that I do before actually creating my lesson is knowing exactly what lesson I'm going to be teaching. So for this lesson here, I'm going to be reading a book with the student. Now, I could just read the book with him and we could discuss the book, but I want him to remember this lesson. I want him to engage in some fun activities and also to remember the vocabulary that is used in this book. I'm going to take you on a guide on how I actually do this. The next thing I do upon knowing my lesson is finding the images that I will use for my lesson. And once I find my images, I use remove BG so that it removes the background so that all I see is the image and not the background of the image. And that is what creates the EDB lesson. So let's have a look at how I do it. So as I said, I go to clipart library or I use Google Images and I just put clipart at the end, depending if I'm looking for a realistic looking picture or a cartoon kind of image, then I change it up a bit here. So here I'm just finding images that are related to the story. The story is not zoomed in enough for you to see, but it's talking about robots, tanks, and every kind of picture that I'm trying to find here. All right, so this is me showing you how I take my pictures from Google Images. All I do is I look for my picture. Once I find my picture, I drag it and I drop it, and then I remove the background. Now that all my pictures have been saved to a folder, I open Classin and let me just pause here. So before this, I actually had created a background and I did so in Canva by using Zoom backgrounds. And at the bottom of my background, I actually have my name there so that the student knows who I am. And also, if I ever have to teach this lesson to another student, then I'm able to do so because it's not directed to one particular student. After I created my background in Classin, I then came and I dragged it into Classin and I made sure to lock the screen. You're going to see further on in this lesson how I lock the screen and how I duplicate the screen as well. And then I also here found a background image of a classroom and I put it into Classin. And the picture where I'm standing there as a cartoon, I created on Snapchat. And that is just how I created that background for my welcome session. So let's continue. The next game that I created is also a very interactive way to talk about feelings and how they're feeling today, because a lot of children don't understand what feelings truly are, depending on how old they are. And they don't know how to express that. So here I created an EDB version so that the child can drop and drag and actually build a face to tell me exactly how they're feeling today. I don't overcomplicate it by giving them too many options. I keep it at a minimum of 4 and at a maximum of 8, depending on how advanced the student is. So as you can see in the example that I showed here, the student can drop and drag the face and the hair as well. And then I have game time. So with my headings, all I did was go to Google, type in game time and searched. And when I found that, I took it and I dragged it to remove BG, which is remove background, so that I only have the game time heading. And that's how I got that. With the hangman, I looked for the hangman bar or tool, yeah, the hangman bar. And then I actually created the little stick man myself by using my drawing tools in Classin. And what I really do like about this is that if we're playing and we're having a lot of different rounds, then I duplicate my images so that I have a lot of them, and you're going to see exactly how I do so Now, so I'm creating the alphabet here so that we can obviously spell the words. I just love this because it helps me align all my alphabet and every other thing that I have together. I love the alignment. It makes everything look neat and really crisp when you save the lesson. I also do convert my lessons to PDF and PNG as well. So when you duplicate, you're going to select all of them, duplicate, and take it and just put it on top of the next one. And you continue this process till you feel that you have enough. And there it goes. I can move my L, but there's still an L left there. So if the word has more than one L, we can take it from there. I duplicated about 4 times, 4 to 5 times, so that I have enough alphabet for the lesson. As I said, I found the word vocabulary and I just removed the background so that only the word vocabulary stands out here and nothing more. And I found this little cute image, and this one I used is found on Teachers Pay Teachers. So you can go on there, find some clip art that you really like, and you can download it for free. There's the free version and the paid version. It's all up to you what you need and if you want to pay for it or not. I'm just toggling around here, making the lesson look interactive and nice, and seeing what works best for me. I usually create a little box or rectangular box so that I'm able to put my vocabulary words in here so that the student can see them nicely. They're bold enough and it does not disrupt the images that I'm going to be uploading from the book. Right, so there's my book. And now I am searching for vocabulary that I think the student would need to have. And as I said, I've already found my pictures. The first thing I do is read over the book, find my images. And once I find my images, I then go back to the book and then create my EDB lesson so that I know so that I know that I've done everything I need. So the first one, as you can see, people with up hair. In the story, so I've found an updo, and I'll teach the student the word updo. And what I really do like about Classin is that you can just duplicate every single thing that you create. You do not have to do it from scratch all the time. So this is really just based off what I'm seeing on the lesson here. And there we go. We have all of the words, and I take an owl just to hide the word to see if the student will remember once I talk to them about it. So I will be reading the book and telling them that up here is called an updo and see if he can remember. This is an extension of the vocabulary after reading through the book. And there we go. Now I've run out of pages. So what I do is I unlock my previous page, I duplicate it and my background, and I then lock the previous one so that I can duplicate the next one to make more. And then you just keep on this pattern by locking the previous one and using the next available one to create your duplicate. As you can see there at the bottom, I have teacher D so that the student can also see that this is my lesson and my classroom. All right, now I'm going to extend on this lesson and I'm going to open up my resources that are saved onto my drive on Classin. I don't save too many things on my drive in Classin because I don't want to jam pack it. I use a lot of my resources from my desktop on my computer. So now I'm doing the review part of the book. And I love to have subtoppings for my class so the student knows exactly what they are doing, when they are doing it, and why they are doing it. I touched up there, and now I'm creating the end of my lesson, and I'm just creating a border so it doesn't look so bland at the bottom. And again, I love my duplicate option here. It makes it really fast and simple to use. So make sure that you select all of it, then duplicate, and then you just put it down wherever you need to. There we go. And now I'm going to create a little goodbye section so it doesn't look just so empty at the bottom, and the student can actually, engage with the characters that I have here. Teachers Pay Teachers have really, really amazing things on. So please have a look at that. They are really, really amazing. They come in different formats as well. So you can also specify the format that you want to use. I'm just going to fast forward through this as well. Sometimes Classin does take a bit too long to load. So just be patient and allow it to do what it needs to do. I select and I lock the entire thing. So now I cannot move them and they are saved. Now I'm going to show you exactly how I save my lessons. I go to the box, the toolbox, save and share, and I'll have a preview of what my lesson looks like. So you can also see how it looks here. And that's my lesson. Depending on the book that I'm reading, it really does vary with time. So I save it to my local drive, which is on my computer. So I have it with me. And I also save it to the drive on Classin. So I have both versions with me if I need to use them. And as you can see, the file type, you have EDB, PNG, and PDF. I usually save all types in case I need to use this on different platforms at any point in time. And also, please don't forget to save it to the correct destination for you. And there we go. Now I've saved it to my drive on Classin, and I'm showing you that I'm going to load it up now. Usually when you put up another EDB on top of another one, it will clear the one at the back. And there we go. That is my EDB created. And here's my interactive lesson with the student. As you can see now, we can actually move the stick legs and the stick man, and the other part remains there. So I don't have to keep on copying while I'm actually in the lesson. I have all those tools available for me. So it's really about thinking ahead and planning your lessons well in advance. And there we go. I hope that this has helped you guys to use Classin. If you have any other questions about Classin, please leave a comment in the comment section and I'll get back to you with all that I know about Classin, and I'll also try and assist you wherever you need assistance. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope that you have enjoyed it, and please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video so that more people can see it. Thank you so much and goodbye.